Hey Scorpio, how about a reading from your metal dog? There's something about dogs. Both the decks I picked are the decks that I have with dogs in them. So let's see. Maybe no dogs will appear, but I'm a dog, born the year of the dog, Chinese astrology, and a Scorpio, and maybe you are too. Although I know there's plenty of non-dog Scorpios, like a Scorpio rat, my little sister, who might want to be getting a message here too. And I'm sure the cards will tell whoever this message is for what they need to know. This is a message from your future self, my friend. What does your future self want you to know? And we're going to do 5 cards here and follow me. All right, so first card is where you are now, you today. 4 of air. This is a card about you're in a place where you're healing. You're getting alone with yourself, and it's like a protected, safe place of healing. And air is of the mind. So thinking about the relationship between your body, your heart, the parts that more obviously need to heal, and the role that your mind plays in that, like sheltering you from harm, is something that you have to decide in your mind to do and to take action on. Anyway, that's where you're at. You're healing. And I don't know, that all wanted to come in as well. And in the future, your future self is in the 3 of water. This is a place of friendship. It can be a place of reconciliation. Much more emotional. So water is your heart, your feelings in the future. And it's the place that you can be as a result of healing. But let's find out more about this journey that you are embarking on to become, to get into this state in the future where you're this, you've gone from being a bird to being a water person, a mermaid. So that's definitely a transformation. Let's find out. What is this journey about? Whoa. Queen of Earth. This is the card of knowing your worth. It's very 3D, security, abundance. She is rich. She has it all. And she knows she's it and that she deserves it all. So this is a journey that you embark on. It's very much about your 3D world. We'll find out more. Or it could be about your self-worth. You're healing from something, so can't all be practical, right? Please, Scorpio. Okay. Your future self, who's sitting pretty in the 3 of water as a mermaid, wants you to release is this sense of emotional unfulfillment. So when you're in an 8 of water, you're kind of focusing on what's missing. And so you can be called to move, to change jobs, to change relationships when you're unfulfilled. Okay, interesting. So let's see why your future self says, forget that feeling of unfulfillment, or forget that plan to leave, or that, I tend to think of 8 of water as positive. But it can be a notion that that we can get too often of dissatisfaction, discontent. I need something else. I need someone else. I need somewhere else. So that's a very positive thing to want to leave behind. And if you're on a Queen of Earth self-worth journey, Scorpio, then that makes a lot of sense. You want to, look to where you have. Be more in gratitude than in discontent. Something like that. Let's see. You're supposed to embrace this messenger of air. So somebody talking in her ear. Is there like a big bird sort of. It could just be that she is a bird because she has her, it's actually that this is like feathers, but there's somebody, the feeling of her listening in to a message being brought from a bird that is suggested here to me as well. And that she's kind of in a posture with her head tilted back of receptiveness, receiving this message. So that's what you're being pushed to do, is to get some kind of message as you heal. Interesting. And no dogs. No dogs. Oh, interesting though. On the bottom, we've got a few things going. We've got temptation. This is in play. This is the devil. It's different in this deck, right? She's very much thinking about outside ways of making herself happy, right? Love, wealth. And since you're on a Queen of Earth journey, that can be very much about outside things that I need to, so I feel secure, so I feel like I have enough. So that's something to look at. It can be addiction, can be codependence. It's kind of like an unhealthiness of looking outside for a sense of that worth that the Queen of Earth has. There's kind of a few cards here, so this is the reason for the reading, so I share this with you. There's also a 6 of fire. This is victory. It's very suggestive of you flying high in your balloon. Very Peter Pan imagery. So that's victory over temptation. There is another image of you flying above the 5 of air. The 5 of air traditionally is about self-harm, and it reminds you to have integrity in this deck, to know you're different. In this deck, 5 of air and 7 of air, it's just very, very similar. This image suggests to me you dancing above the others. It also makes me think of Icarus, you know, so it's fly high but not too high. And Icarus is I believe he and his dad, Demetrius, anyway, he and his dad were slaves, and they hatched a plan where they collected feathers and wax from candles. And let's say they were slaves in like a chicken factory, so they were they collected all the feathers, and they collected the wax from the candles that lit their little hut at night, their little slave hut, and they freed themselves by making wings. But it felt so good to fly that Icarus flew too high, and the sun melted his wings. And he did this despite his father's warnings. So that is your advice. So you're flying high in this victory of the 6 of fire, but careful about how high you fly, because self-harm can come from that. Okay, take or leave that. That was an inspired message that I felt compelled to tell you. Okay, I have to say I'm a little disappointed that none of the dog cards came up. It has one of my absolute favorite dog cards, which is in the 10 of Pentacles. But no dogs today, Scorpio. Not yet. Ooh, the High Priestess. She says, trust your intuition. What is this about, Scorpio? You're healing. Or you are reconciled with somebody or some emotional situation, or you're with friends in the future. Emotionally playful place in the future. I don't know. Let's see. I'm seeing some threes here. I'm getting worried. Just saw Three of Pentacles. But let's see. Okay. Four of Air. What are you healing? What's this healing about? The Six of Cups. Inner child work. Seven of Wands. Ooh. Resistance. I love the Seven of Wands and the Six of Cups. I will show you. And the Emperor. This is your healing process is an inner child project, or it's somehow looking at your history, your past. This Six of Cups is many meanings. One is nostalgia. One is past lives, inner child work, soulmate connections that have been built over a long spell of time or even over multiple lives. Then we see your orientation towards that is, it looks very healthy. Like you're looking at this from a place of groundedness. You're in a protective bubble. I love this Resistance card. And she's looking at her past. This is definitely a kind of healing. Whether you're looking at history, like the history of everything, or your personal history, there's this great grounded ability to face what was hard, what maybe you didn't have the ability to look at before, because you have all this I want to say tools, like a mindfulness practice, a meditation practice, a very spiritually healthy way of supporting yourself as you look at what has been painful. I mean, there's a reason you need to heal, right? And it has to do with your past. And so inner child work is joyful, and ultimately it's a joyful result, but it can be quite painful to go look back at why we break into multiple selves. But we do see this turning you into an emperor. Like this person knows who they are. They represent institutions, but I'm not getting that here today. I get that this is just you very comfortable in your Mars energy, that active physical embodiment, and who you are, and you know who you are. The Emperor is like it's like a powerful place to be, and if I disassociate it with its traditional structural power, alpha masculine dominance, and I think it's quite possible with this fellow. He's a thoughtful person who's comfortable in his skin. And that's where you're headed on this healing journey, where you look at the past, your past or history, from a place where you're grounded very much in the present. You end up looking forward from this very grounded, still position, looking ahead to to this Queen of Earth journey that you embark on. So let's find out more about your Queen of Earth journey. Your Three of Water future self wants you to know what's going to happen on this journey and has some advice for you in the days, weeks, months, however long this process lasts. Ooh. All right, Scorpio. I just paused because I see temptation is being dealt with, and there's victory in this Emperor, and there's a warning in the Five of Air, just reminding us, like, rise, but not too high. Queen of Earth. There's a Four of Cups. This is, again, looking back at the past with strong feelings. Maybe at this point, like, you're ready to turn around and look at the future, which is that rainbow lit up cup that is behind that figure. There you are again, Queen of Pentacles. looking ahead, knowing your worth. Well, she's actually looking at that rainbow cup. Yeah, if you look, you can see. The Queen of Earth, knowing her worth, she sees that Ace of Cups. She also has herself, her embodiment, her home, the natural world I get here. And an Eight of Cups. So this is a journey that's built around emotional fulfillment that you're embarking on. Eight of Cups is, and I notice that she's walking away from this cup towards a new day. This is the journey of looking, like you're coming to terms with history, your history, global, local, some level of the past. You're reflecting on it and healing from it as you move forward. And this is becoming very comfortable in your sense of who you are, very grounded in the earth. And it's interesting to me because that Ace of Cups, it's love, and it's a new love. And I see you walking away from it in the Eight of Cups here. And it's very interesting because that is what your future self says. Let go of walking of the Eight of Cups. Very interesting. Let's see more about this, Scorpio. Wow, I'm curious. This is the first time I've done this reading where they're like, your journey's taking you somewhere, and I want you to rethink going there. Release this idea of dissatisfaction, of walking away from this cup. Fascinating. Okay. What else? There's a Ten of Pentacles in your release. Very much what the Queen of Pentacles is all about is this 3D world. Security, abundance, family. I see the same dog and the same dude from this Six of Cups. It almost seems like this is what you're nostalgic for. And it may be that nostalgia is what's causing you to feel this Eight of Cups, Eight of Water dissatisfaction. Like, look at all this guy has, and then they're looking, what else? What's coming? What else? I don't have enough. And it could be nostalgia is what has you trapped. Well, let's see more. Let's look. Six of Pentacles more. This give and take, equal give and take, generosity, charity. Breadcrumbing sometimes is how people read it. I dislike that card. And then there's a Four of Wands. Okay. This is very different from this. Okay. And the difference is Pentacles. That's what the Six of Pentacles just here is like, hey, dumb tarot reader. There's a contrast here between, you know, ideas of fulfillment. One is very materialistic, very 3D, having all the things that the Queen of Pentacles wants. And it kind of can leave you in a constant Eight of Cups. And in fact, you might even walk away from the Ace of Cups, this beautiful Ace of Cups that is full of rainbow light, love, emotional fulfillment. Queen of Pentacles is appearing here as a little bit materialistic. I mean, she is. She's about the things. And she's like about this. This is what she's about. And cards say, this is what it's about. Money, 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 money. Things, things, things. And then there's this This is love. This is Four of Wands. This is true love, true friendship. This is where you get to be yourself with the people that get you. This is an Ace of Cups right here. And this is either what you have and you want to walk away from it because you want more money. This Ace of Cups. That's in the Eight of Cups here. We see you walking away from that. Or it's what you're walking away from all this money that you have for. True love, authenticity. You can read it either way. But this is in your release. You're walking away from one thing in search of the other to have total fulfillment. Okay, we'll find out. Let's keep looking. What are you embracing? You're embracing a message. There's somebody's going to tell you something that you need to know. When they tell you this, you might not like it, Scorpio, but listen to what they tell you. Embrace this message. Let's see if we can find out more about what this message is. Well, this is exciting. I love this story, Scorpio. It feels very mysterious what your future self wants to tell you. Let's see, what is this message? Okay. Darn it. Sometimes they're just a little vague, the cards. All right, there's a change of perspective. Yes. That's very clear because there's a question around, are you unfulfilled? Why are you unfulfilled? Are you too materialistic and you want love, or is love not enough and you want more money? You can tell, my bias. Temptation makes me think that the focus on materialism things outside of yourself is a negative and that you can overcome that. But maybe, okay, Two of Swords. Some kind of a choice. Duh. Okay, cards, come on, I got that. I got that there's a choice. Quit your job, my friend. There's a burden. What's your burden? There's some kind of exhaustion, burdened feeling here. What is burdening you? Someone's going to tell you what that is. There's a message coming in, the truth. It could be the High Priestess came in a little bit ago. I see you on the bottom of the deck right now all of a sudden. King of Water. Strength. Okay. Heart cards. Let me see. Who is this Three of Water? Your future self. Let's find out more about you in the future. There's reconciliation in that. That's an emotional place. I feel like a sleuth. Okay, judgment, an ascension, rising to your best self. That I just saw the Strength card and you, King of Water, in the bottom of the deck. That reiterates that. It's like you rising to your best self, to your higher self, to another level through changed perspective on some kind of dilemma, I think, between love and money, and walking away from a burden. But I don't think it's easy for you to walk away from this burden. Your future self wants you to know there's ascension in this, and you should listen to this messenger. They will change your mind. Three of Cups is again on the bottom here. We'll come back to that. Okay, Eight of Pentacles. There's some work. I love this card for work. It's very creative and inspired. You can see the moon changing, that there's time passing. There's a lot of time, thought, creativity, originality. We also see her holding a candle. suggesting the fire of inspiration, but also truth. I see lots of inspiration in this work card. And then we see little plants. It's a very artistic work that she is going in the direction of. And 5 of Cups. Regret, loss, focusing on losses instead of seeing the 2 of Cups. This, not a 2 of Cups in this. There's that cup again. There's you focusing on a bunch of stuff that's over, is in the past, and you're ignoring this. You know, in this deck, it's like, you know, and then all 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups, still obsessing about past feelings. Here's an ace. Here's a new beginning. Here's a new beginning. No judgment. It takes a long time to get over the past, what you've lost, what you're nostalgic for, what you miss. So 2 things. 1, I'm really fighting my personal bias, and I don't know why. You know, I'm trying to be open to a person, or a Scorpio here, who cares a lot about security and material wealth. That's not me. I have plenty. I have a great house, a great job, I make plenty of money, I can do everything I want, I have everything I need. It's not a lot. If an Ace of Cups were offered to me today, I really look at it. You know, that's what I miss in my little Scorpio life, is a person. I miss having a person. You are somebody else, right? So that's I'm just telling you me so that you can sort my advice to you. So in one way that we can see your story here, Scorpio, is that we're in a dilemma between security and love. I mean, it's like the best, funnest love with the person that gets you. They seem to be like a soulmate connection that you had in the past, that you are healing from. You're trying to heal. There's this feeling of a soul bond that you gave up for money. Yeah. You walked away from love for money, for security. There's just one reading, right? You walked away from it because you wanted things and security. Yeah. And now you're getting a new perspective on all the things. They're actually like a burden. Somebody's pointing this out to you, this messenger of air. You're in this hangman. It's going to take a while for you to see the choice you made actually has burdened you. Your future self says, we can reconcile with this cup, this Ace of Cups that you gave up in the past. You can reconcile with them. 3 of Water is reconciliation. It appears again on the bottom of the deck, along with the Magician, who manifests the world that they want, has all the tools and all the power to make the world that they want. A 2 of Cups. True love. Let's have more emphasis on you, like, having the world that you want. This could be in a bigger sense, like you were a social justice warrior, right? Like you're a rainbow warrior. You gave this up to be the Queen of Earth, who is a fantastic woman of color in both of these decks. Like, if you are a woman of color and you gave up working for justice to be like among the elite that have respectability, you gave up your justice work for that. So 2 of Cups, you gave up being a big queer so you could marry somebody and have financial security. You gave up your heart. You gave up your passion. Future says, what is your passion? This is your work. This is what you work towards. It can be a job. It can be, I have a job where I'm a writer, but I write boring history books, and I want to write fiction. I want to write sci-fi. That's me. Nobody reads what I write. I want to write things that people want to read. If you don't ascend towards whatever this passion is for justice, for a person, a soul bond, a creative project, all of this together. Let's have it all together, Scorpio. Why not? We're Scorpios. Well, there's more, and the dog appears. Let's have it all. Let's have the security. Let's know we have enough. Know that my worth is here. And I feel most full of my worth when I am both comfortable and content with what I have, and I see that cup. I see it. Maybe there's another cup there on the horizon, but we're being asked, you're being told, Scorpio, reconsider walking away from that heart work, that heart person, that heart, that passion of your heart. It's not fire, it's water, it's deep, it is fundamental to you. We're 3/4 made of water, or something like that. Because in the future, if you don't do that, you're going to regret it. Look at the cup, whatever that cup is, Scorpio. Turn towards that, because all the stuff that you worked so hard for, that you sacrificed true love for, your true passion for, it's just going to be a burden. And that's why this underlying energy of the first set of cards was some material world temptation. The candle agrees. Did you hear it sputtering? And there's victory, but there is a place where rising so high economically in your career, you burn up like Icarus in the sun. Self-harm. You can go too far. You can give up too much for that air. It's very up here. It's out of here. It's really even out of the earth that the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles wants to live in Scorpio water sign that you are. So, you've been studying up on this. You've been thinking about it a lot. This Two of Cups, this whatever you left behind, this world that you manifested, justice, true love, your queer self, the rebel in you that breaks the rules, that doesn't care about security because this passion, this love is so deep. If you don't go for it, wow, there's a lot more, okay? Here's your dog. This is you, comfortable. King of Pentacles is, sorry, I accidentally answered a phone call. So the King of Pentacles is comfortable, financially secure. There he is with his dog. I feel like the dog tells us the story about the call of the wild. This King of Pentacles, he's like a nice, secure guy. And I also see he's kind of a modest guy. Look at, he's got old clothes on. He's got a room full of books. He's sitting in a real funky chair, and he's got a great dog. He's happy with just a little bit. And sorry, I just got annoyed that I pushed a button on my phone to hang it up, and then now I have to splice this video together, so it'll be a new exercise for me. Anyway, so this King of Pentacles, he's got it all, but he doesn't need a lot to be happy. The wolf makes me think of the call of the wild. that you have this domesticated animal and it always remembers the wild, the passion, right? The work that inspires you, the rainbow Ace of Cups that we see repeatedly, this past, the history, that past person. The thing that this continues on the bottom of this deck, there's a tower. It kind of tells me like your future self is telling you that if you don't look back and revisit what you think makes you discontent, I think it's the burden of all the material goods that you've invested in instead of your passion, instead of love. There's going to be a tower, because that's what the Tower card is. It's a card where you knew you should do something and you didn't, and so the universe does it for you. So somebody's telling you, I feel like I'm your messenger of air, Scorpio. I'm bringing you this message. So take or leave. But I think you should take it, because if you don't take it, it's out of my hands, obviously, what you do. But the cards say there's going to be a tower and there's going to be chaos. There's going to be a need to reinstitute order anyway. So go with your heart, go with your passion. Don't rise so high up the social hierarchy that you burn up in the sun, because if you do, there's a tower. What's the tower? It's a surprise. There's like a fire going on behind me. It's very dramatic. There's your passion. Go for that. It's calling to you. One of my friends said when she watches my readings, she just looks at the fire. That's cool. Yeah, this is quite a reading, Scorpio. It seems like the last reading I got for you was hard too. This one goes deep. It tells you a lot. It's pretty clear that you want to look at your discontent and rethink about this rise to clearly is about this, the Pentacles. You've chosen Pentacles over love, over true love. It doesn't have to be another person. Like, I'm not telling you to get a divorce. I'm telling you, what is the thing that you love? Do that. What is the thing that you compromised to have what you have? Quit compromising it. The things are a burden if you give up this true heart, justice, queerness, this rebellion, this art, this passion. If you give that up, it's just a burden to have all this stuff. You'll never be happy. You'll just rise and rise until the sun burns you up. As good as it feels to fly, you know, share your victory with your heart people, with your passion. That's where victory lies. It's a middle place between temptation and burning up like Icarus. Okay, so hopefully I can splice this together. Others do it. I've seen many do it. Therefore, I believe I can. I hope this helps you. I feel helped by this myself. I'm definitely in a place where I'm torn between going after something that I'm very hopeful I can do, that I've always wanted to be and do, and keeping what works, what's secure, and also heavy a burden. And I just went on summer break, and you know, I have choice right now in what to do with my time, and so it can be just as simple as that, of like, where am I going to put my time and energy? I already had the tower. I had the tower. Do I need another tower? I don't want another tower. But I'm constantly negotiating between my security and my passion and trying to have both at once. And I haven't given that up. I haven't given it up yet. So maybe you're somewhere like that. Doesn't have to be a big deal. Even though it's like, you know, my fucking life and yours. So, all right, Scorpio. Hope this helped. I will see you next time. He's a very comfortable guy.